Hello, good morning everyone. So today, as I've now got a little video camera, I thought I'd give you a walk around of the plot. Now this is the main pathway which connects all of the allotments. Obviously I am number 17, which is right down the end. Apparently there should be a footpath there, but it's never been there since I've been here. So anyway, into 17. So we've got compost heaps, water butts through to 18. See, a strawberry patch which is looking a bit dry from all the warm weather we've been having this year. I've got a little flower bed in which I'm growing some blueberries. I'm hoping to move these onto the 18 next door and have their own separate kind of proper netted area, as the birds seem to love them. So anyway, I've tried to plant some bee friendly plants, plus a few other cuttings I've managed to find from different places. Unfortunately we have a lot of stinging nettles next to us, which is slightly annoying. See some lavender, some weed there growing through, which I need to sort out. It's the Aquilegia. There's a gooseberry bush which was given to me, apparently from a pound shop. Didn't do too bad this year. No, unfortunately the birds got them before I could eat them. So this is the blight resistant potatoes, which I bought from King Seeds, which I think were about £4 for a bag. Seed potatoes, this is the main bed, but there's two beds on the next plot. More blueberries. Quite a few blueberries this year. Done quite well, quite happy. I think I've got two plants from last year, which I believe is that one and that one, which have done quite well, but the other new three have done quite well as well. So here we've got under the brassica net. Don't know if you can quite see. We've got some broccoli, there's cauliflower, and some of the cabbages are actually ready, which I need to harvest later. So you've got some January King, which are not quite ready, obviously given the name. One of my favourites is sweet corn. This is doing absolutely brilliantly this year. So it's quite tall, but it's still a bit sporadic. We've got a plum tree, which was given to me. Although it's not actually doing that well. I've had a bit of issue with the dieback, but it's created some new shoots from the top. I'm not really sure what's going on with that bit. So this year I've tried some melons. Not doing too bad. I'll try and rotate these in a circle, just so it's easy to maintain. This is an apple tree that was given to me by my sister's patient. There's quite a few apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly 9, possibly 11. So we've got the new polytunnel, which was put up this year. I don't know what's going on with this melon. And this was actually doing quite well, but it's just started to die back. Not quite sure why. See, the fruits are nowhere near ready. Was looking quite good. Not quite sure what's going on with this one. Let's hope it's going to well. So the raspberries, which have not been fantastic. There's a few there. Are they ready? Yeah, probably pick them. Buzzy bee. Into the greenhouse. These tomatoes are the Marmandi, the big beefsteak ones, which I'm having a bit of a problem with blossom end rot. I think they need to go in even bigger pots. And the other side I've got the peppers, which are doing amazingly well. I've had to move two of them out as they were just too big. See, into the polytunnel. Little pear tree. It's going to be my friend Leanne. These tomatoes have been much better. So these are the plum. These are the San Marzano, I think. There's quite a few on these. They're doing quite well. Still quite green at the moment. There's quite a few on there which are good for using for sauces, as they have less seeds. And these are some more peppers, as these were too big for the greenhouse. There's quite a few on there. There's quite a few on that one as well. Good sized ones there. There's a little pepper I decided to plant outside just to see what it would do. What's the temperature in here at the moment? About 18. Not too bad. So this is the shed, which obviously needs a new roof. It's been leaking for a couple of years, but the tarpaulin has been done, so I keep putting things off. Bit of a mess inside, although just like me then really. It does leak a little bit, so I have to be careful what I put down. It's just tools hanging. It's basic, but it does me. Some old drawers. Put some bits in, it's not too bad. This area I want to create a compost heap. There's some strawberry runners which need watering. This I was hoping to turn into a compost heap, but the trees keep growing into it, unfortunately. Here's a greenhouse, which was upcycled from somebody. Thank you very much, Lorraine, at work. There's a few tomatoes. That one's got a little bit of black underneath. They look quite good. It's only once they start going red. There's another one. Oh, that's looking good. Oh, can't see that. That one's looking good. The peppers are doing really well. Okay. And this, I believe, is a pear tree, which was already on here, which I trimmed back because it was ridiculously tall, but it's got lots of, you can see, black spots all over the leaves. Not quite sure. And the fruit itself has got all black spots all over it. Yeah. On to next door. Okay, and this is number 18. This I'm hoping to do, just get some trees, like a walkway of trees, all the way down to the far other side. The front hedge needs desperately trimming. It's a mixture of rose, which is well overgrown. The original fence has fallen down, plus obviously the blackberries are now taking over. This was a pear tree I was given, which is doing really well. If you can see all the fruit on there, there's quite a few. I had to support it with some string and canes as it was getting quite top heavy. Cherry tree, well, that's a duo cherry tree, but unfortunately the birds got to some of those. See this area I'm hoping to cover, and that will hopefully be wildflower bed. This is what I grew the potatoes in, which I harvested a few weeks ago. Wasn't too bad. I used last year's seed potatoes, which had already started to sprout. Some more potatoes. Needs a weed. This has got a quick weeding as I run out of space. To the side I've decided to use a small bed which I found just to plant the beans. It's doing quite well actually. There's probably a few on there could be picked. Here I'm hoping to put the blueberries. They've done four raised beds. It's got raspberries. The raspberries have spread, which need clearing on that one. Blueberries, possibly some more blueberries on there. No idea what that is. A monster, it just dries out all the raspberries. Here we've got a pumpkin patch which I managed to dig. I don't know whether the browning on the leaves is actually meant to happen. I just tend to start doing this, but the fruit is not quite ready. And this has got two good sized fruits. That's going. As you can see, all of them are going. This one's quite bad. This has got, I think, about 3. Is it 2? Got quite a big one there. For comparison, it's quite a size. It's that one. This one, this slow size starback as well, this has got 3. Just starting to turn orange. And there's one over there, which I think has got about another 3 plants in as well. So I've used tarpaulin here because the weeds keep growing quicker than I can clear them, so I find tarpaulin is the best thing to hold them down. I admit it looks unsightly, but it's a necessary must. There was a compost bin which is just completely overridden with weeds. This area I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. There's a lot of brambles and stingnettles need clearing. There's some I'm trying to burn slowly here. Massive grapevine which I did clear back early in the year, but it's just taken over. I don't even know where the grapes are on this anymore. It's that big, and obviously the trees are starting to grow up the trees behind. Which I believe are damsons, if you can see them. See, this is slightly dipped, which was a 10x8 greenhouse, which I'm not quite sure what to do with. As you can see, the plots are not bad sized, so I'm not allowed to take down the adjoining fence, but it works quite well for me. See, there's next door. There's all this that needs clearing. Plus, there's a compost heap there that's been covered, which I've even dared to look at yet. Another shed which is in slightly better condition than my one. It does leak at the back, so it's just extra storage. I mean, as you can see, the door's always left open because we have a lot of break-ins over here. so we just find it easier just to leave them open, and then people can't decide to break in as they can see there's nothing in there. Anyway, thank you for looking around my allotment with me, and hopefully I might do another video soon. Bye.